Let's take a moment to discuss how to access and then how to use relative and parallel minor keys. The word relative implies that something is related, right? So if our starting point is the key of C major with the chords C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished, and back to C, we can access the relative minor key by going up to the chord on the 6th degree or down to that same chord. What is the minor 6th chord in C major? It's A minor. So if we know the chords in C major, we also know the chords in A minor because that's the relative minor key and it shares the very same chords. So if I start on the minor 6th chord, A minor, and make that my new minor 1 chord, I now have the chords A minor, B diminished, C, D minor, E minor, F, G, and back to A minor. I just played the same 7 chords, but I started on a different degree. And as I did this, I achieved the chords in the relative minor key. Here's a quick diagram that shows what's happening. The blue line indicates the continuous chords in the key of C major. But as my green swoopy arrow shows, I can jump up from C to the minor 6th chord for A minor. My orange swoopy arrow shows the other way to access the minor 6th chord by going down from C to the same minor 6th chord. Then, as the table just below that line of chords shows, I can extract the chords in A minor, highlighted by a red line. So that's how we can access the relative minor key, which also shares the same key signature as its relative major key. In this case, 0 sharps or flats. Let's switch gears now as we talk about how to access the parallel minor key. When I think of the word parallel, I think of 2 lines that never intersect. In other words, these 2 parallel keys can start on the same note, but they are not related. Let's put this into practical use by starting again with the chords in C major. C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished, and back to C. If I want to access the parallel minor key, what would that be? Hey, that rhymes. But seriously, what is the parallel minor key of C major? Don't think too hard. It's just C minor. And although they start on the same C note, those chords are completely different. They are C minor, D diminished, E flat major, F minor, G minor, A flat major, B flat major, and back to C minor. Not a single one of those chords is the same as the chords in the parallel major key of C major. As you can see from this table, there are 0 flats in the key of C major, but there are 3 flats in the key of C minor. Now, I don't know about you, but playing in 3 flats is not as easy because really we only have access to movable or bar chords here. But there's a workaround, and I think you may know what that is. It involves placing the capo on the 3rd fret and then just playing the same shapes we just played in A minor. Here they are. Note that even though the shapes I just played corresponded to the key of A minor, the chords I just played were in C minor. So now we have access not only to the relative minor, but also the parallel minor. But why is all of this helpful? Well, if I'm playing in C major, I can easily modulate to and from A minor. And if I'm playing in C major, and and I want to borrow a chord or two from the parallel C minor, this is not only possible, it's very musical. I can grab the major flat 3 chord E flat like this. Or I can borrow the minor 4 chord F minor like this. I can also borrow the minor 5 chord G minor like this. I can even borrow the major flat 6 and the major flat 7 chords A flat and B flat like this. Now, none of these chords I just borrowed are in C major. They're all in C minor. But since I've been able to access the parallel minor key, I can borrow from it and really create some fresh sounds. There are real-world examples of these kinds of progressions all over the place in worship music, pop music, and more. And if you're curious, you can also play in a minor key and borrow chords from its parallel major key. See the potential? Not just in these keys, but in every key? I've just given you a taste of what's possible. There's so much more to this, but don't worry. I'm about to tell you about a place where you can discover all of this on a much deeper, but also very accessible level. It's also a whole lot of fun. Let me ask you a question. Do you have someone who speaks truth and wisdom into your guitar journey on a regular basis? If you do have someone like a guitar teacher, that's great. Stay with that teacher. But if you don't, I'd love for you to consider me as a potential guide who could encourage and equip you to become the guitarist you were made to be on your schedule from the comfort of your home. Can you picture yourself using the guitar to fulfill your dreams? You may just want to enjoy the instrument as a hobby. Or maybe you want to contribute something original for people to be impacted by. What is going to provide the bridge between your dreams and reality? I've developed a plan that can lead you to your definition of success on the guitar. Come see what it's all about at Guitar Success for You, a one-of-a-kind online monthly membership. Head on over to guitarsuccessforyou.com to learn more or to begin your journey with us. I hope to be able to serve you in what could be a totally new approach for you as a guitarist. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.